Hello everybody, thank you for coming to this week's video blog. My name is Robert Rico, California Realty Training. So glad you made it today. Today I want to bring to you a question that we have from one of our great viewers, the O'Briens. And the O'Briens want us to know that they're concerned about lowball offers. They said, hey, can you explain to us what is a reasonable lowball offer? What a great question. What is a reasonable lowball offer? Well, let's talk about lowball offers in general. Ready? Number one, the two things that dictate a lowball offer. Number one, the market. You with me? Number one, the market dictates lowball offers, which means when the market's popping and popping and popping and the seller has the advantage, you can forget about a lowball offer. The buyers can forget about it. Why? Because you have buyers from here to eternity wanting to make offers in houses that are limited out in the market. Makes sense. The inventory in real estate is so low that sellers aren't willing to look at any lowball offer. In fact, if you aren't at least giving a listing price, you can forget about it. Now, this is the key. There are exceptions to the rule. Some houses in a hot market, have been on the market a long time. That's called DOM. DOM stands for what? Days on the market. So when a house has been on the market a long time, then you could possibly make a lower offer than others are. You with me? If somebody wants $1 million, then you might want to go ahead and make a lower offer. Not so lowball. I'll explain in a minute. Got it? Second stipulation when it comes to lowball offers, aside from the market in general, is motivation. This is a good one. This is a good one. Motivation. Motivation of the seller. Let's start there. Motivation of the seller. That's special. Because if the seller is motivated to get the hell out of his house, he'll be motivated to take anything that comes along that's reasonable. Hell, sometimes he'll take something that's not reasonable. That's the seller's motivation. You with me? Let me give you an example. The seller, husband and wife, live in the house for 10 years, have tons of equity. They price it at $1 million. Wife gets transferred to Hawaii. They live in California. Wife gets transferred to Hawaii to her job. Husband says, honey, I'll stay back here in California till the house sells. Husband prices it to sell because he misses his wife. So he drops it by 10%. He'll take a lowball offer. Whatever it takes, he just wants to get the hell out of Dodge. He wants out. He wants to get with his wife out in Hawaii. Will it take a lowball offer? He'll probably consider it. Same scenario. You with me? Stick with it. Same scenario. Wife in Hawaii, husband in California. Motivation. He doesn't want to sell. He wants to hang out in California by himself. He doesn't miss her after all. He'll keep a price. He won't take any lowball offer. You with me? It all makes sense. Motivation, motivation, motivation on the seller side. Got it? Lowball offer, motivation. If it matches, it'll happen. Now let's talk about a buyer. When should a buyer make a lowball offer? Again, motivation. If the buyer has to have this house, it's their dream house, why in the hell would you risk losing it and not making a solid offer? That's no bueno, amigo. You don't want to do that. If this is the house of your dreams, you might not want to consider a lowball offer. Why? Here we go. Let's turn the page. Why? Because the seller has 3 ways to respond to an offer from the buyer. Number 1, he can accept it, which typically he won't on a lowball offer. Number 2, he'll counteroffer it. Or number 3, he'll flat out reject it. And if you insult the seller, stick with me here. If you insult the seller, bye-bye. Chances are he might just reject it and doesn't want to see you ever again. You lost the opportunity to buy the house of your dreams. So again, it all comes down to motivation. If the buyer is motivated and must have this house, give him a solid offer. Got it? Good. Ready? Let's end up with this. Rico's advice to you. The name of the game when it comes to lowball offers is this. You want to, at least as a buyer, from a buyer's standpoint, from a buyer's perspective, you want to at least be in the stadium, right? You're outside the stadium. To play the game, you got to get at least in the stadium, get in the stands. And the only way that's going to happen is if you give at least a reasonable starting offer. It can be low, but if it's too low, they're going to kick you out of the stadium. So give at least a good, solid starting offer. Now, what do I consider a good, reasonable start when it comes to an offer? And it's a lowball offer. No more than 10% less than what they're asking for. If they're asking for $1 million, don't give them anything less than $900,000. So they at least will counteroffer you. You see, that counteroffer is an invitation to come into the stadium. That counteroffer is an invitation to say, come on to the dance. Doesn't mean you're going to get on the dance floor, but you're at least at the party. So you want to at least give something that they're going to say, hey, you got our attention. Why don't you come on in and see if we can discuss this? You with me? My recommendation, don't give them anything less than 10% of what they're asking for. Hope this helps you out. Listen, I mean it. I mean it. This is a huge tip from me to you. If it means anything to you, take it, run with it, benefit your life, benefit your real estate career. 10% to me is a magic number. Anything less is so low ball, you're going to insult them, they're going to say, go away. You got it? Hope this helps you out, huh? Hey, if you have any questions, concerns, or you have any comments on this particular vlog, leave it down below. In the meantime, go out and have yourself a great day. We shall see you next week. Hey, thanks for watching this last video. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. Hey, do us a favor. If you think a family member or a friend would also enjoy it, why don't you share it with them? I guarantee it, they're going to get something out of it. In addition, if you have any comments, questions, or a topic you want us to discuss, hey, leave it down in the comment section. And one last thing, if you haven't subscribed yet, what the hell are you waiting for? Do it right now. Hope to see you next week.